Hello, everybody, and welcome to my English channel. My name is Lorena, and I'm the Philosophical Witch. Today, we're going to talk about who are the chosen ones. Who are the people that are walking among us as the chosen ones, who later go on to become the heroes. Who are the heroes of humanity? How can you become yourself a chosen one, and how can you become yourself a hero? So I've come across a cosmic paradox trying to answer this question, right? And also investigating and trying to dissect the people who I consider very virtuous or who are living a life that I would like to emulate, right? The people who are like the leaders, spiritual leaders, cognitive leaders, or who are like great pillar of society. When I look at them and when I see their lives and how they have conquered like their own shadow, and by reflection they end up conquering the world itself, matter, right? I see a person who chose himself to be that leader, to be the chosen one. And I've pondered about it a lot until I got to this realization that the chosen ones are the ones who choose themselves, are the ones who, in the gates of danger or where they're confronted with like a really hard reality, they don't close their eyes. They're willing to see truth in all of its forms. Whenever they have an obstacle in the way, they figure out a way to move past it, or to transform it, or to transform themselves, right? To be the type of person who would move forward in the face of resistance, right? They create resilience. They become very ingenious, like they are engineers. They have like a bright mind. They have a kind heart. They have a brave heart, right? Empathy, courage, all of those virtues. And they only did this because they first convinced themselves that they could be the person who could do those things. They raised their hand metaphorically and said, I'll do that. I'll go to the den of the dragon. I'll sacrifice myself, which is a metaphor for sacrificing the ego, right? I'll sacrifice myself, my time, my leisure time, my needs, my heart. I'll sacrifice myself for the greater good. I'll see what's in the forest. I'll go where nobody has gone before. You know, the road less travel, right? So they chose themselves. And then in a turn of faith, the universe looks to them, and it's almost like the universe winks at you and goes, you're right, you were always the chosen one. This is a cosmic paradox that I felt in my life when I started choosing myself as the one that can have the podcast, the one that can call herself a philosopher, the one that can break family generational karma, the one that can be financially stable by herself, the one that, whatever, right? Whenever I started being like, maybe I am, the famous I am God, I am fortunate, I am loving, I am brave. Whenever I started deciding that I am the change, I am going to be the chosen one, God, the universe, however you want to call it, then turned into me and winked at me, metaphorically speaking. And I just felt this energy of like, yes, you are. You were always the one that was meant to raise the hand and walk the path of the glory, the glorious, right? So this cosmic paradox is a feeling that you get while you're walking in the path of destiny. We're now touching like those types of questions and ponderings, like what is destiny and what are we destined for? So destiny is just a destination. We each walk the path here on earth, and depending on how our footsteps move and how we take our turns and decisions, that ends up leading to where we end up. And that is our destiny. Destination is what we make with our lives and our life's choices. So it's a mix between the plan that God has for us, or the universe, or the hopes, right? Like when you plant a tree, you have the hope that the tree will grow past a certain amount of feet, right? But when you plant like a flower, then you don't expect it to grow feet tall, right? So there are expectations placed on us before we're born. These you can kind of see what's God's plan, because you would be born with specific talents. Like maybe you are a prodigy in music, maybe you are very emotional and sentimental, maybe you are very clever and wise and smart, maybe you are really good at numbers, right? So you can start to see what are the seeds that are planted in you and what your future might look like what the expectations for you are, right? When you were being planted. So you work with that, right? We're not here just being our own rulers and our own God. Like it's a balance between your free will and what nature has in plan for us. Nature being God essence or the universe, right? So it's nurture and nature. And the way we nurture ourselves is just half of the road. Nature is the other half. So you work with what you naturally have, and then you nurture yourself to try to become the best version possible of those natural talents that you have, right? And that marriage, it's called the alchemical marriage as well. We can talk about it later, you can look it up. But that marriage between the mind and the heart, the planned and the creative, the established and the nuance, right? That balance is what's going to lead us into our greatest destiny. But there's a cosmic paradox again, where if you don't take in consideration your natural talents and you try to take like a different road, you'll face more hardships, right? You can still do it, but you'll end up with in a different destination, right? Or you could never use them and always call yourself like a talentless person, which is the mark of a self-hatred or the lack of self-love, and you can live a miserable life, right? But you can love yourself and decide that all your talents are worthy of being explored, and then with that self-love you walk the path of virtue, discipline, the righteous, and then you become one of the chosen ones. So I have this feeling, like I've had it for a while, and I see people who get like great who just get like great recognition on earth, or they have like amazing things manifesting for them. They all have this feeling of being chosen for a task, or being like the perfect person to deliver a message, or to talk about a subject, or to talk with specific people about something, or to teach, or to learn, or whatever. They all feel like it's all in synchronicity and they are the chosen ones, right? Remember, just to keep in balance, that there is no such thing as the chosen one. That would be very narcissistic of us to think that we're more important than other people, or like we're the only ones, or all of that, right? But there's actually this expansion of consciousness also comes with the realization that we could all amount to greatness if we really wanted to. We have all of us have the potential to become part of the chosen ones. And the people who aren't part of this group, let's say, are the people who haven't chosen themselves, who are choosing less, who are choosing a different story, who are choosing not to walk the steps of their special characteristics, who are choosing not to give themselves value in their quirks, in their gifts, in their differences, right? So when you get to this like high plateau, when you have a feeling of like, oh look, I made it. I mean, there's no really, there isn't like a destiny, right? You're always trying to get more, find more, like expand more, all of that, right? But you do get to these like plateaus in life where you feel very comfortable with yourself and you're like, look at this, I made it. I am part of like the chosen ones, right? Like on earth, like I'm part of the ones that get it, that understand it. I broke the generational karma in my family of poverty, or of feeling less than, or of like being someone's employee, or like abuse in the family or whatever. Like I fixed it, I made it. So in this plateau, you sit down for a moment to relax after your hard work, and then all of these ponderings start coming into your mind. Like you realize that if you really wanted to lose weight, you can do it. People who aren't losing weight, they all have an excuse. They'll call it a reason of why they can't, but it's just an excuse. And you realize all the excuses that you told yourself in the past, and you start seeing it on other people. You'll look around and be like, oh yeah, I remember when I used to tell myself that drinking that often wasn't that bad, or that having this bad group of friends, it wouldn't bother me, it wouldn't like impede like my growth as a person, right? I remember when I thought that this person was good for me, and I would overlook all of his red flags, so you start seeing that in other people, and you become a type of seer. You become a type of oracle where you can read other people's intentions and emotions, and you can read their paths as well. You can see who is choosing themselves and who is not choosing themselves, who is choosing truth, determination, who is choosing to break all the lies that we tell ourselves, and who is choosing to perpetuate the lies, to perpetuate the victimhood, to perpetuate the I'm not good enough, I can't do it, doesn't work like that, and always trying to like throw punches at other people who are doing it, right? I've also come to the realization that heroes are the ones that fix problems for other people. That's how you become a hero on earth. First, you'll be giving problems in your own life, problems that you need to fix or you'll perish, right? Let's say you need to fix like the dynamic, like the family dynamic going on at home, or maybe you need to fix your education, right? Like maybe nobody in your family has like a good education, you want to be the first to get it, right? Maybe you need to fix physical thing, maybe you have an ailment, a disease, right? Maybe you have an autoimmune disease that science says is like incurable, and you give yourself the challenge of being the one who finds the cure, right? Or at least like a soothing way of carrying yourself through the world, right? So you'll be giving problems, and in solving those problems will come your salvation. When you solve enough problems for yourself, you'll find yourself in one of these plateaus. You'll find yourself feeling like the chosen one, feeling like you understand how the world works, how God plans work, how you were always meant to find a solution to this puzzle. You'll find yourself like part of a destined plan, right? Living destiny or faith, right? So in these plateaus where you see that you've fixed so many problems for yourself that you're almost problemless, not we're never problemless, but we can get to points where we're comfortable. The people who become heroes for humanities are the ones who then turn around and try to help others with the same problem. They'll turn around to humanity and say, I fixed myself doing this. I cured myself of this disease doing this. These are the steps. I fixed my relationship with my mom doing this. I fixed my relationship with myself doing this. I fixed my income, my finances doing this. And then they'll try to help others the way they help themselves. Those are the healers of the world, and they're also the teachers. Once you become a healer and a teacher, you've reached the path of enlightenment, which is a path, right? It's not a destination. It's not like you're done and that's it. You'll always encounter space for growth, but you're already on the path. Healer is the energy of the heart, and the teacher is the energy of the mind. And here we will see again the premise of the alchemical marriage, which is the marriage between the heart and the mind, masculine and feminine, yin and yang. Once you close the divide, you are on your path to becoming one with the singularity. You're leaving the world of duality, or the world of the war of the sexes, where everybody is separated or at war with each other, right? The toxic man, the toxic woman, they're at war with each other. You leave that realm and you start going into the realm of oneness, and you start understanding God and the world itself, right? You'll start becoming wise and very caring, open-hearted, right? But you'll have a wise heart, not just a childish heart, which is the open heart with no wisdom, right? So that's how you become a hero. That's how you become enlightened. That's how you gain yourself the crown of light, the crown of illumination. This is a characteristic of our aura that starts to appear in the heads of the saints who have cleared their life of karma, we can say, or like stuck energy, right? Or problems. It's like you've fixed enough problems for yourself that your aura starts shining, and then you help others and you become a saint on earth or an angel on earth. Our auras are going to start emitting a halo of light in our head, and this is the crown of Christ, the crown of light, which Buddha also had it, Quetzalcoatl had it, right? This is universal. It doesn't have to do with any religion or spiritual practice. It's an energy thing. It's a photon thing. It's an aura, right? So you'll start manifesting the crown of light, the crown of enlightenment, and you'll become a holy person on earth, part of the chosen ones, the ones who will transcend earth because they understood it. They forgave it. They also could conquer it without trying to control it or force it to change. We can't change our surroundings. We can't change other people or the city that we live in, but we can change ourselves to become light, enlightened, light beings. And therefore, we walk lightly on earth. Even if we experience a broken heart, we'll do that lightly. Even if we experience like a really hard puzzle to crack, we'll do that lightly. Our footsteps will be light, our voices will be light, our energy will be light. It won't be sorrowful or melancholic or angry or dull. Will be bright, light, ecstatic, loving, wisdomful, right? So this is the path. This is the way you do it. Okay, you choose yourself to fix a problem for yourself first. And then once you have it fixed, you show humanity how to fix it. You become a hero. You'll have the cosmic paradox where you'll start feeling like you're the chosen one. This was destined. You're living in your destination, in the best possible future for yourself. Okay? So I am so glad that you stayed until the end with me. I am certain that if you did, you are probably already walking this path, or you are literally about to, right? Or you're probably already doing part 1, which is like fixing your problems, and you're thinking about doing part 2, which is helping other people fix their problems, right? Problems similar to yours. We can only help others or heal others the way we healed ourselves, okay? And if somebody asks you for help and you're not well established in the field, then you send them to someone who can help them, okay? We also don't want to be like a leisure, no, what's the word, like a stop on somebody's journey, right? So anyways, I'm so glad that you got to the end with me. I'll see you in the next episode, and I'm sending you a lot of love and light, okay? See you next time. Thank you. Bye.